Good morning, Britain. A police officer has been shot while coaching children playing football. The off-duty officer was hit multiple times by two gunmen at a sports complex in Northern Ireland. It's an attack that's been condemned by politicians from all sides as an evil act of cowardice.
A new fast-track scheme for asylum seekers means thousands of migrants will be given refugee status just by filling in a 10-page questionnaire.
And no face-to-face interviews either. Rishi Sunak wants to reduce the huge asylum backlog, but critics say this is effectively an amnesty, which could encourage more people to cross the channel.
Also this morning, the two sisters united by love, but divided by tragedy. Both have a fatal disorder. Teddy has been saved by the world's most expensive drug, but Nala is too old to receive it. We ask how their brave parents are coping.
And it's almost unbelievable, Kate, but Cammie's going to be joining us live in the studio. Chris is going to be here to tell us why he's off to Downing Street later this morning.
Cloudy with rain in the south that clears to a day of dry conditions with sunny spells. We'll have all the details of that and more coming up on Good Morning Britain.
Thursday, 23rd of February 2023, live from Television Centre in London. This is Good Morning Britain with Ben Shephard and Kate Garraway.
Good morning to you. It's just gone 6 o'clock. How exciting. Cammie's coming in.
Yes, I know.
He's really gone up in the world since hanging out with you, hasn't he? Off to number 10.
Off to number 10 on proper business.
Proper, important work. How's he doing?
He's
'Cause
good.
We all watched your amazing documentary that you featured in and made with him, and that was so powerful.
Incredibly.
And he did so much good work with that. But he himself, of course, is still living with us, isn't he?
Yeah. So the response from the documentary has been amazing. We were filming in Lake Como a few weeks ago, the two of us, because we're filming we're out there for the podcast that we do, Cammie and Ben's Proper Football Podcast, available at all good podcasts.
Can I just point out,
offerings.
is it necessary for a podcast to be in Lake Como?
Well, it's a question...
Or is that something you and Cammie sat down and thought,
where do you fancy going? We just
fancied
fancied
podcast.
a romantic weekend away.
Yeah, exactly.
No, we went out to Lake Como because Cesc Fabregas, who won the World Cup, used to play for Arsenal, played for Chelsea. He's now playing for Como over there. So we went out to interview him. So there was an... But people were coming up. There were some people came to us while they were there to say...
Even there in Italy?
The impact that the documentary had. Cammie being brave enough to talk about his apraxia and what he's going through, because they had experienced similar. He's in really good form. He's trying this new very strict diet, though, Kate.
OK.
No sugar, no gluten, no alcohol, no caffeine. Cammie is a tea monster. So, I mean, it's almost like no joy, really, isn't it?
Isn't it?
So to try
and the idea of that is that it will help kickstart the body to deal with things better?
In some capacity, help the brain, help the body, help the immune system process what he's going through with the apraxia. It might work. He's not sure. He's happy to give it a go. It's been bespoke for him.
When you say he's happy to give it a go?
Well, yeah. I mean, the idea that Cammie can't have a drink is extraordinary. But he wants to do anything he possibly can to try and help. But what he's doing today, though, is a really hugely important thing. They've got this petition. Over 150,000 people have signed a petition to try and give people who are diagnosed with terminal cancer access to their state pension if they're not old enough to get it, because there's a lot of people that end up in that scenario that die in poverty because they need, people have to give up work to care for their family members. So if they could get access to the state pension early, it could make a huge difference. Because they're not going to get... They'll never get there.
They'll never get to the age when they can access anyway. That is fascinating. I'm sure that will, strike a chord with lots and lots of people as well.
Undoubtedly. So... I mean, the numbers that have signed the petition is huge, and he's going to take it along to number 10 to go and deliver it today and hopefully get it on the agenda, because it could make a huge, huge difference. We'd love to know if you've got some experience of that, because undoubtedly there are people that are touched by cancer and terminal cancer. The idea that you could get some access to a bit of support could make a huge difference to so many people.
But people also thinking it's not just cancer, is it?
No.
That is life-limiting. So it opens up an interesting debate, and as Ben says, we'd love to hear from you about that, and it's always lovely to see Cammie.
We'll be looking forward to seeing Cammie joining us a little bit later.
But our main news this morning, as you heard in our headlines there, is that a police officer remains in a critical condition in hospital after being shot while off duty in Omagh in County Tyrone. Now, he was attacked at a sports complex while he was coaching a youth football team.
Prime Minister Rishi Sunak said that he was appalled by the disgraceful shooting. Let's speak to our correspondent, Gareth Wilkinson, who is at the scene in Omagh for us this morning. Morning, Gareth. Just all of us in shock waking up to this news. I can't imagine how the local community are feeling. What can you tell us?